So then we can proceed to B. We can basically proceed to B. So on B, we are being told, that is 5B. 5B, we're being told that identify 4 benefits that accrue to a taxpayer from appointing what you call a tax representative. So a tax representative is basically a professional who is very knowledgeable in tax. So what are the benefits of professional knowledgeable in tax? One of it is expertise. We call it expertise, and what we call and guidance. What they'll give is expertise and guidance, because these are professionals. These are professional, knowledgeable. We know that knowledgeable in what we call in taxation. Knowledgeable in taxation. Expertise and guidance. These are basically professionals, knowledgeable in taxation, and they should be able to provide that. Then compliance. You're able to be compliant. Compliance assurance. When it comes to issues of VAT assurance, you're able to comply in relation to VAT, in relation to the income tax. So you're assured of compliance, which is very key. Taxpayer minimize. The taxpayer, we say the taxpayers minimizes what you call the risk, of non-compliance. So when you have such professional, you minimize the risk of non-compliance. In relation to the due dates, they have knowledge of the new due dates, compliance penalties and interest. Penalties, and what you call and interests. And interest, penalties and interest. Since they're conversant with, since we know that since they are conversant with tax laws and regulations. Tax laws and regulations as an advantage. So then we have the next that is called representation on audit and dispute. Representation on audits and dispute. When there's a dispute, for example, the disputes with the commissioner, the disputes with the tax tribunal, and even the ADR and even the courts, they're able to work, especially the courts, they're able to work with lawyers, provide the necessary information to the lawyers. And also when it comes to the commissioner, they're also able to provide that information to the commissioners. They're also able to provide information on a tax tribunal as an advantage. Strategic planning. Strategic tax planning. Strategic tax planning as an advantage of this representative, what it calls strategic tax planning. And when you talk about strategic tax planning, we know that develop efficient strategy to minimize. Develop efficient tax strategies to minimize. We say to minimize what you call the tax liability. To minimize the tax liability. And lastly, the benefit of having a tax representative enables the taxpayer to engage in other acting. Enables the taxpayer to engage. We say to engage in what you call in other activities. Enables the taxpayer basically to engage in other activities other than the taxes, because you have a professional to handle, since they have tax representative to handle tax issues, to handle what you call tax issues. So the taxpayer is essentially able to engage in other assignments. So that is on B.